Hello, my name is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios at jessicalynoriginal.com. I'd like to welcome you to our video today. I absolutely love Christmas. It is one of my favorite times of the year, Halloween being the other. And I love making Christmas cards. So hopefully you've gotten your cards out. If not, there's still time. Today's video, what I'm going to do is show you what I did. I went out to Etsy and picked a digital stamp or digital image. That's what you're going to search by in Etsy. And then go ahead and you can instantly download those. Side note, we also have them at jessicalynoriginal.com. You just click on digital downloads or digital images, and you can go ahead and download any of those as well. We do have quite a few Christmas ones up, but I decided to go out to Etsy just to go get something a little different for the day. And I think she's so cute. She kind of has like a little Cinderella feel to me because she has that little hair puff and the little coat, and I love that she's drinking a nice warm cup of coffee, or it could be tea or hot chocolate. I live in Wisconsin, so we often end up drinking a lot of coffee, tea, hot chocolate, etc. Just because it does get cold here for a bit of the winter. So I went ahead and downloaded her out of the Etsy store after I purchased her. I printed her off on my printer. I do have a full series of videos, and I'll link one down below. If you've never used a digital image before, it's super easy to do. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have printer ink. It's okay. You could actually send them off to like a Kinko's or any copy center, and they will print them for you as well. You just need to tell them what kind of cardstock you want it on and stuff like that. So I went ahead and printed this out, and now I am using my Copic markers to add in the color and texture to her hair. And you can see she's got these cute little curls. I'm just making sure we color all those too. Don't want to miss them. And one of the things I love about this is that when you pick like a digital image of a person, you could really customize this for whomever you're sending it to. So like if I sent this to, you know, my aunt, I could make her blonde and give her similar coloring and features like my aunt. Or if I wanted to send it to one of my sisters down in Florida, I can make it have a similar feature to them and send it out, or even to their daughters. Or, you know, that would be so much fun. Like, they would probably like, oh, this looks like my girls. So just know that's kind of the fun, I think, of downloading digital images, because you can do them quickly and you can customize these to have characteristics that are similar to the person you're making the card for. Now you can see I'm just building up some color in here. I really want her hair to be nice and brown and dynamic. So pretty. And the paper in the background is what I think I'm going to use for the whole card. I went through at the beginning of the video and just looked at a stack that I had. One of the goals that I have for the next rolling year is to really try and start using all of the paper that I have had for years. Pre-pandemic, you know, my husband always used to joke that if there was ever, you know, whatever, I would have plenty of paper, card making supplies, yarns, fabric, pretty much a small, you know, Joann Fabrics or craft store in my office to get me through it all. And it's really very true. So I'm trying to use all of those because, you know, just like everybody, you know, you find the new trend or the new paper, and I want to use those, but I definitely want to make sure that I get through some of the other papers. And if you're new to card making, one of the things you might want to consider is whenever you do buy paper, buy stuff that's kind of neutral. And you might say, what does that mean? You know, don't buy anything too like, let's see, what's a good example? Too Tiger King. Let's go there, right? So I was at the store and there was actually paper with a tiger all over it. It was very interesting. And my husband and I joked and we're like, oh my God, that looks like Tiger King, right? Well, Tiger King was so last year. I mean, they tried to put out the second part of it, but, you know, it just wasn't as successful as the first one. So keep your papers, especially if you're new to card making, really kind of generic, because it will allow you the opportunity to be able to use them for a lot longer, especially if you have a mini hoarding situation in my paper crafting and crafting closet, as I do. So now, because the paper is green, I opted to put her in a lot of, my paper is red, so I opted to put her in a lot of green because I thought that would give us just a really nice contrast. Now when I cut her out, I did use my brother's scanning cut. But as a side note, you know, you can definitely fussy cut this. One thing I like about the brother's scanning cut is you can see it gave me a perfect equal all the way around, you know, white border, because I think that looks so cute. I always like that it looks like perfect, like it matches, you know what I mean? Like it's exactly the same amount all the way around, no matter how many jagged areas or the little curls or anything like that that she might have. Oh, this is looking so cute. I could have probably put this card in the digital or the Coffee Lovers blog hop that was just a couple of weeks ago. This is looking great. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take that paper. All I'm going to do is put a bunch of glue on there, and then I'm going to line up the bottom corner to my card. And this is a quick and easy way to put on a full background. The other option, obviously, is you could cut it out using your little cutter tool. Go through and get it, you know, whatever. This is sort of my quick and easy way to do it. I always make sure to clean up the edges, because if you're not careful, this can look sloppy. So definitely go through. Let's get this out of the way. Alright, so now I'm going to come back, just make sure everything looks pretty straight, and I did a pretty darn good job. Don't forget to sign the back of your card. I always encourage everyone, the reason being is that, you know, this is a card that you're creating for someone, and you know, you really hope that when they get it, they're gonna go, oh, that's so sweet, Jess made me a card, or you made, or whomever made a card. And I'm just gonna press that, there we go, just so it lays a little flatter. Perfect, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and start building up this card. Now the idea that I had was I want to put her, and I want to have a sentiment in there, and I want it really simplistic, because I really want it to be about the very patterned background and her. She needs a name of some type. I wonder if on the Etsy store she has a name. I'd have to take a look. Well, we're going to go in, and I think what I'm going to do, I found, this is so funny, look, it's a business card. How funny is that, right? So I took the old business card, and I was like, you know what? That's perfect. That's exactly the rectangle I want. And then look, I can put her up here. And I think what I'm going to do is use a little bit, let me just grab one of these brushes. Where are you? There we go. So we're going to use some of the Distress Oxide ink. I'm using the lightest, it's this pumice stone. Let's go ahead and just sort of, a little bit of that on there. And then I'm just going to hit this all the way around. And it went a little darker. I should have had a bigger piece of paper. But I think this will look good. It'll be nice and just enough to, because I don't want it so like bright white. Not that it looks bad. I just wanted it a little, so it has something a little different. So we're just going to run that on there. One of the tricks that I learned about this is always start it off the side. See, I'm trying to find a bigger paper here. Never start it right on, because then you get, see if you look at the top left there, that business card, it has just that little bit where it's a little too dark. It doesn't look bad once it dries, but you want to find something just a little bit bigger so that you can start off the card and then work your way on it. It looks a lot better. Alright, that's more than enough to do. Alright, let me just kind of see if I can smear some of that in a little bit more. And then when I did that, it got a little too dark, so I'm like, eh. And then I'm just going to hit it up with just a corner of black, just a little bit more. It's almost like when you're, And if any of you ever watched Project Runway or anything like that, they always say, you know, what, edit yourself, right? And I feel like I should have probably stopped before I did the black, but I still think it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. Once it dries, it's a lot like painting with shoe polish. Once it dries though, it looks really great on the card, and I'm really happier than I was initially with it. And so then I went looking for a Merry Christmas stamp, and we have a stamp on clearance, and you can see there it says Merry Christmas, has some little snowflakes. It's actually a series that includes like Happy Veterans Day, Happy Halloween, Happy New Year's, Happy Christmas. So it's a nice like Merry Christmas. It's a full set that you can use for like the third quarter of the year. There's a couple of them left in our clearance section, but I thought, you know what, I'll use that. See, there it is. Look how cute that is. So it's got like Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. It's one of my favorite sets. That I actually designed this set when I first started Jessica Lynn Original, so it's very vintage. But it's one of my favorites because you can use it like for the whole quarter. So we're gonna go ahead and just glue this down. And again, I think it's hilarious that that's a business card. There we go. Perfect. And what's kind of nice is it has a perfect straight edge, so I can just line it up with the back side of the card. And then what I'm going to do is get some foam risers, which are one of my favorite tools in all of this. And I got these from Hobby Lobby. What I like about them is they were $5. You get a huge roll, and then they had a coupon over Christmas for 50% off. So for $2.50, I get this huge roll of foam risers. And when you have a foam riser addiction like I do, $2.50 is a good price. Alright, now this was kind of funny. I opened up the jar and I didn't realize I had clipped the thing, and it just whooshed all over her face. Now, luckily enough, I was able to get all of that off quickly. Normally it leaves like a glossy accent, which is what it is, and I was going to just do her eyes. And I am so glad that I realized what it did, so now I need to fix my glossy accents. But at least I didn't destroy the card, so that makes me happy. I think she turned out so well. I'm really, really happy with her. I think she's adorable. I think she's the perfect sort of not overly embellished. I mean, I could probably put some little snowflakes on there, probably maybe add some jewels, some sparkles to her outfit. But I really like that she's sort of just comfortably plain. So I can really send it to anybody. So I hope that you enjoyed my video. I do have another one coming tomorrow. I decided to make a second card using this adorable image, so I cannot wait to share it with you. Don't forget to subscribe down in the bottom right hand corner. I'd love to hear from you. Did you send out Christmas cards this year? And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.